Hello guys, and welcome back to another career mode video. Today we're going to be playing 3 matches, that's why it's a bit longer than last time. We're going to be playing against Gladbach, Bayern Munich and then Wolfsburg. So I'm going to just get straight into the game because we haven't got any new signings or any youth intake. So you can see there, Ginter's going to Barcelona, bit of a weird transfer, but I guess they could use a centre back. So this is a pretty important match, we haven't got a win yet, so hopefully this can be our first win. So we started off alright, although Gladbach did have a few early chances. You can see here Mbolo glitching through a defender, us clearing it, Plia giving it back, and then just over the bar, which if that had gone in, would have been difficult to come back from. Mbolo again had a pretty good shot here, hits the stanchion just behind the goal. Again, if I'd gone behind then, I think it would have been curtains for Schalke. So another good save from a goalkeeper, and you can see that our right back is really lacking. That's something we're definitely going to try and sign before the end of the transfer window. I don't know if we'll get one in before the Bayern Munich game, but we could definitely use one. So Draxler, our other new signing before the right back, had a good shot here, but over the bar from inside the box is poor. You can't be doing that if you want to win matches. So he was the player to watch by the EA commentators, and it proved that he was actually worth watching. He was probably the most dominant player on the pitch. He helped get the ball out wide there for this chance, and the header unfortunately hits the other guy straight in the cheek. But yeah, Draxler's very good on this game. He was good at passing, dribbling, shooting. He's got reasonably strong, although his stamina's a bit lacking. Sometimes I have to sub him off after about 60 minutes, but you can't have everything, I guess, and that's what we are training. So it was a pretty uneventful first half, as you can see. That's over now, and we're just kicking off the second half. Both teams had a couple of chances, but overall probably Gladbach did better. So we brought in Ibrahimovic here for Draxler because he ran out of stamina, and Rahman up front because he's got a bit more pace than Pajenta. But Serdar gets the ball here, Ibrahimovic to Mendil, our left back who gets played at defence, and we get through on goal. And we have actually scored and gone to the lead for the first time, I think. So it was a pretty good goal. And it's a bit surprising that a 74 rated left back played that ball through, who's playing out of position in defensive midfield. But, you know, pretty good. So we just have to hold on to the lead now. And a couple of my tackles don't connect, and they're through, and they've scored. So that definitely did not last as long as it could have done. It was about 2 or 3 in-game minutes. But we get another chance right at the end, but Ginter showing why Barcelona want him there. He outmuscles our striker and they clear the ball. And that's going to be it. That's the last chance of the game, and it's pretty much over. We do have a half chance here we might have been able to score from, but the pass wasn't good enough and they clear it away again. And that's another draw for us. So I suppose it's alright to get a few points on the board, but overall we should have probably got another win there rather than a draw. So just doing the quick post-match press conference now. Huntelaar seems like he was pretty happy with the performance. Of course, as I said, we are definitely looking for a new right back in the transfer window because I've had enough of playing with a 65 rated guy. So I've sent out the scouts, and they've found 3 different players from Roma who will play right back. They have Santon, Karsdorp and Bruno Perez. So I'm thinking it would be fairly realistic for us to sign one of those. If they've got 3, we've got none. I'm sure at least one of them would want game time. And Karsdorp is from Netherlands, the same place as Huntelaar, so he's my main target at this point. But we haven't signed him for this match, so you can see our players just doing kick-ups in the warm-up rather than actually anything worthwhile. But here we are in Bayern Munich's home ground. Going to be a tough one, this one. Of course, Bayern Munich's home ground isn't in the actual game, so we're playing at Sanderson Park, but it's fairly similar, I guess. They've bought Bonucci to play centre back rather than having Boateng, and they're playing Roca next to him, so that's a pretty tough partnership to get past. But you can see in the 4th minute they're already shooting, putting pressure on. Lewandowski, of course, is just as good in game as he is in real life, especially at the hands of the AI rather than the player. But we managed to save it. We stopped the corner coming in, and as we're clearing it, I don't know how to describe that goal. It's just so unlucky, and they managed to head it in. He outjumps our centre-back with Gnabry, and we're 1-0 behind after about 6 minutes. So, of course, in real life, Schalke did lose this match 8-0. So, fingers crossed we can do a bit better than 8-0. Although, if we keep conceding at this rate, it will be about 13-14-0. So, hopefully we can stem the goals. So, you can see this highlight is, again, not much further into the game, the 10th minute. We tackle Lewandowski on the edge of the box, and our players have a bit of a Chuckle Brothers moment where they fall over each other. Lewandowski is on the edge of the box. I think you can probably tell what's going to happen here. Yeah, straight in the top corner. The perfect free kick. I don't think there's anything any goalkeeper on the game would have done about that. I noticed that AIs are actually pretty good at free kicks this year, which is annoying. So I'll just have to stop giving away fouls on the edge of the box, I guess. That was just unsavable. Maybe I should learn how to do free kicks, 'cause I'm not very good at them myself. And if they're that effective, it might help me out. So you can see we haven't conceded for 20 minutes here, which is a bit of a good spell for us, really. And we get through on goal, but unfortunately we miss by about half a metre. If we had a better striker, maybe we would have scored that. If we had Lewandowski, we definitely would have done. So that's something we got to look forward to in the future, I guess. So Goretzka, our former player, comes through and he's blasted it straight through the goalkeeper, who I think has to do a bit better there. But 3-0 at half time, it's not going well. So now, just before half time, we have a long shot with Draxler. We did have a few shots in this game, actually. It might look like Bayern dominated us, but we did have a few chances. That one could have easily gone in, especially Mark Uth's one. That probably should have gone in. But you can see here, Lewandowski, he's had 4 shots, 1 on target, 1 goal. He's just lethal, especially compared to other players. I played against Haaland later on in this save, and I didn't think he was actually that good, but Lewandowski, I just couldn't defend him. He was so much better than Haaland is. So now we're beginning the second half. Draxler on the ball. He's dodged out the way of one tackle. Has another long shot, again, one that could have gone in, but just over the bar. And that's the kind of thing he brings to us. He gets the ball in space again. And we should score again. It could easily be 3-2 or 3-3 if one of the long shots had gone in, but unfortunately been a bit wasteful. And again we get through. We've had to sub off Draxler because he was a bit tired, and we get through and Neuer's just there at the floor, stops the ball. Again, their team's just too good. Another ex-player in Neuer, of course, stopping us there. So this is just before the end of the match. We got 3-0 and they do possibly the slowest bobble shot into the goal. It was very annoying to concede at that, but 4-0, we're done twice as well as Schalke did in real life, so that's a bonus at least. No 8-0s today, hopefully no 8-0s in the whole career mode. And that's pretty much the last kick of the game. I can see Bayern Munich being the end game boss for this career mode. I don't think we'll have a team that can compete with them for quite some time, especially if they keep signing people like Bonucci, who, even though he's old and a bit slow these days, he fully blocked out any chances of through balls most of the game and made me have to resort to those Draxler long shots because it was the only way I could actually get the ball on target. You can see Douglas Costa was playing against our really bad right back, so he had a bit of a field day here. Our right back has about 70 pace, Costa has 90 something pace, so it was hard to defend him. We did an alright job, but he still did manage to score that goal at the end when he was playing through the middle. They did start taking off their better players towards the end, I'll give them that. They probably could have got a couple more goals if Lewandowski had stayed on, but Choupo-Moting is just never going to be on the same level as Lewandowski, is he? So as Klaas-Jan Huntelaar does the post-match press conference, we're getting ready for the transfer window to shut. So, of course, we are trying to balance the books here. At the minute, we've spent 19 million on Draxler, and we've got about 25 million incoming from selling Mascarell and a couple of other players. So, overall, we've got about 6 or 7 million to spend. So, I can see that Karsdorp, of course, is the same nationality as Klaas-Jan Huntelaar. He's about the right value, and he's on a decently low wage, so hopefully you can get him for under 25k. Of course, he wants to be an important player, which is fair enough, because he's our only right back in the whole club, We'll give him a 4-year contract because although he is coming back from injury, he does seem to be over it in real life, and he's signed. We actually have a right back. So now I'm going through my youth academy. What I try and do is keep it so I only have 2 people in each position. I have 1 goalkeeper, 2 defenders, 2 midfielders and 2 attackers. I think that this is fairly realistic and it gives you a decent coverage if you ever do need to promote someone due to an injury crisis. But I also think that it stops you stockpiling 90 potential players. You have to sort of make a choice about who you want, and it will make you avoid actually just having an endless amount of good young players able to pick from in the future. So that is the transfer window and the youth setup covered. Now we're into the last match against Wolfsburg. It's another home game, so fingers crossed we can get a good result at home this time. So at the minute we're on 4 points from 3 games, I believe, which isn't too bad. It'll probably, if we keep that up, we'll probably avoid relegation, because I know there's a couple more teams that are on 0 or 1 point. We haven't played any of the worst teams so far. We played against Leverkusen, Bayern Munich, Gladbach, and now Wolfsburg. They're all decent teams. Wolfsburg are probably the worst ones, so we've got a decent chance. So Karsdorp on his debut nearly scores. He started the whole move by running down from right back, and you can see here he is again. He's being pretty influential in this first half. We get through on goal, and there's an absolute cluster mess going on, and unfortunately Wolfsburg get it away. But we win the ball back in midfield. We get through on goal, and it's another good save. So we're playing alright in this one so far. We've had all the chances. I don't think Wolfsburg have even had a shot so far. Draxler nearly gets it through. Pachenta should 100% be scoring that goal. If you want to stay up and you want to do well in football, you have to score those kind of chances. So we've given the ball away poorly again, and the AI don't miss those. I think that was their first shot of the game. Arnold running through from defensive midfield just curls one in perfectly, which is a bit annoying. So that is the first half, and we're 1-0 down at half time. Hopefully we've got a chance for comeback in the second half, although the playing style we do is a bit of pressure after heavy touches, so our players do tend to get a bit tired in the second half. Karsdorp's playing well, Draxler's playing well, so our two new signings are there. I don't think we're really missing Mascarell, but early in the second half we give away another free kick, and you can probably guess what's going to happen here as well. So I'm using this cool replay that played after the goal, thanks to EA, but yeah, the AI are just so deadly on free kicks that anyone, I believe this guy doesn't even have that good free kick stat, he just curls one perfectly around the wall. Goalkeeper saves onto the post, and I'm 2-0 down from 2 shots in 49 minutes. Bit annoying, but Draxler's on the ball again, curls one just wide. I would have loved that goal to have gone, and I thought that was really pleasing shot, to be honest. So we should really not be behind at this point. If anything, we should be ahead, but we're 2-0 down. So Draxler plays it through, we get on the end of the ball, goalkeeper fouls us, nothing given, they clear it away. Get through again, but it's one of those VAR offsides where maybe a bit of his hand is offside, which was annoying. The match is about to end, and our whole defence just leaves their target man unmarked, and we're 3-0 down from probably less than 5 shots. I was a bit annoyed at this match, to be honest. I thought we had definitely had enough to win. We should have probably been the team that scored 3, and they should be the one with 0. But I guess that's just what all managers say when they lose, isn't it? They had the better of it. And that was literally the final kick of the game. We try and do a long Beckham-like halfway line goal, but nothing given, and that's it. The match is over. But as you can see, we're on 2 points from 4 games, which is definitely not good enough to stay up at this point. I thought we had won the first one, but I guess I was wrong. We must have lost it. But yeah, that's the end of this video for today. If you did like it, feel free to give me a like, and if you have any suggestions of ways I can improve these videos, let me know. But thanks for watching, and goodbye.